I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Diffuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back for another episode. Tonight, we got Week 12 Maction. 5 games, not 4 this week, so we get that extra little game. But before I do that, I'd like to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and help the channel. It helps the network. It helps my channel, CTC, by way of the Refuse to Lose Network. Now, I'm going to briefly run through the shows. I went through the shows earlier today. We have the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave, which is live in about 30 minutes. They live every Tuesday and Friday, 7 to about 8:30ish. We got Unfazed every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, featuring Joe and AJ. We have BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Make sure you subscribe for all your baseball needs. FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Subscribe for all your fantasy football advice. We got Dave's Doghouse, highlights and lowlights of sports. RBO, Real Ballers Only NBA show featuring Vaughn. We got In the Red Corner boxing episodes featuring Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. Now, we start a new week, so the Week 12 record resets. So look, right, before we start also, like I said on my other show, we're not going to do poll talk today because the College Football Committee drops their polls in the next, I believe, like 30 minutes. And I want to get these games out to y'all before they come out. So poll talk will now be on my Friday or Saturday episodes because we want to get the College Football Committee's top 25 and not the AP top 25 because that one doesn't matter anymore. What matters is the College Football Committee's top 25. So poll talk will be Friday and Saturday. So we're just going to jump right into Maction. Before we do that, we do got some comments. Shout out my brother. It's not 5 games tonight. It's 5 games between today and tomorrow. We got 2 tonight, 3 tomorrow. So, but appreciate you for listening. And then we got, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. Nilo Wasitale. Sorry, Nilo Wasitales. Try my best. Says hello. How you doing, bro? Hopefully, and you enjoy the show. But we're going to start with a matchup which I think could be exciting. I think this matchup could, it could be fun to watch today. It's the first game of the day. We got Kent State at Akron. Kent State is coming to this one as 6.5-point dogs last time I checked, and these are odds by FanDuel. # not sponsored. So not sponsored or anything, but I do get my odds from FanDuel. This game is tonight, 7:30 on ESPNU. Now, Kent State, they got to put up points this week. Last week, they just could not put up points against the Ball State defense. And it ultimately hurt them in the end as Ball State scored a last-minute touchdown to win the game. And a low-scoring affair, 17-13. So this week, I feel like Kent State has to put up points against this Akron Zips defense. Stop the run. They're going to definitely have to stop the run led by Jordan Gant. The running back from Akron. Pressure, Ben Finley. Ben Finley is a transfer quarterback from, I believe, NC State. Established Gavin Garcia, which is their own running back, and forced turnovers. They got to force some turnovers in this game. I think they forced some turnovers last week against Ball State, and it ended up helping them out, gave them shorter fields. And you're going to need the same thing. if you can't put up points, it'll help when you get turnovers to help put up points. So, got to put up points. Now, Akron got to protect the football. Again, don't want to give up a short field to help the Kent State offense put up points. You got to establish Jordan Gant, the running back. I said that Akron needs to score. If they put up points, forcing Kent State to put up points too, it could be really dicey for Kent State. Get Kyan Mason the ball and get off the field on third downs. But honestly, my winner, I'm going with the 6.5 point dogs, man. I'm going with Kent State. I think Kent State will stifle Akron defensively, even though they are on the road. I did like what I saw against the Ball State offense. Now, granted, Ball State's passing offense to me isn't the greatest. It's not. I think we all, if you watch the Maction, we see that Ball State would rather run the ball than pass the ball. So I do think that's a deficiency. But I think Kent State puts up enough points to win this game. I think they do a very good job against Akron defensively. I think Akron's gonna put up some points too, but I think ultimately Kent State wins this ball game. Next, we're going to go to Ohio at Western Michigan. Now, these two teams are tied atop the MAC conference along with Miami of Ohio and Buffalo. So this is a big game in terms of the MAC championship game. With not that long left in the season, it's actually really huge. The winner of this game could very well go to the MAC championship game because there's no longer divisions. It's just the top two in the MAC go to Detroit and play for the championship game. Western Michigan actually comes into this one as 1.5 point home favorites. The game is tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. Now, if you're Ohio, obviously you want to run Parker Navarro. He is a big piece of that offense. You want to get Chase Hendricks the ball. Ohio went from Sam Wigglets to Owen Coleman to now Chase Hendricks. So them slot receivers at Ohio these past 3 years have just been monsters. Established Sia Bangarua, again, had a big kickoff return touchdown late in the ball game to put Ohio back on top against Miami of Ohio. Protect the football and score with that defense that you have. If y'all put up points, it would be big against Western Michigan. Now, Western Michigan has to contain Parker Navarro's legs, get off the field on third downs, force some turnovers. You're at home. That's for momentum and field purposes. Stop the run and establish Brock Lowry, the running back of their own. But I'm going with Ohio. I love what Ohio showed me last week. I love what Ohio has shown me all season. They do have the one blemish against Ball State early in the year, but I think they've managed to overcome that, and they're better from it. It was probably one of those losses where you learn from the loss and you become better because of it. It sucks that they blew that game, but it is what it is. I love the fact that Parker Navarro is having another great season. Sia Bangarua is getting a second win back with Ohio after returning. Western Michigan is a good team, but I'm curious to see how they go up. How they phase going up against this Ohio defense. So I'm taking Ohio, as 1.5 point dogs in this one on the road as well. Give me Ohio. We got some comments, and then we'll move on to tomorrow's games. Okay. We'll move on. I don't know what's going on. Next, we got Buffalo at Central Michigan. Central Michigan comes into this one as 1.5 point home favorites. This game is 7 o'clock on CBSN tomorrow. So this is a game to look out for tomorrow. Now, Buffalo got to run Aljay Henderson. He was big for them last year. He's also become big for them this year. He's a nice running back in the MAC. Pressure Joe Labos, the quarterback for Central Michigan. Protect the football. Get Nick McMillan the ball and strike first. Being on the road, you want to strike first. Now, Central Michigan, you want to stop the run. You want to convert on third downs. They're 41 of 114 on the season on third downs. Got to be better on third downs. You want to force turnovers and win the field position battle and get Buffalo behind the sticks. I do feel like Buffalo is another team that wants to run the ball as much as possible. And my winner for this one is Central Michigan. I honestly can see this one being a low-scoring affair with Central Michigan edging this one out in the end. it's a tough game in my opinion. I'm not too high on both offenses. I do love Alger Henderson for Buffalo though. I think he can break the game open if given a shot. But I think Central Michigan ultimately gets the dub. I think they do a decent job containing Alger Henderson. And honestly, I want to see if Central Michigan can improve last year. Because last year they in the passing game, last year they were like strictly defense and running the football. And I do think they'll be that this year. I mean, I think they are that again this year, but we'll see. But ultimately, I think Central Michigan edges this one out at home. Next, we have Northern Illinois as 10.5-point favorites on the road at UMass. UMass is still winless in the season. I think UMass is the last winless team with the Sam Houston win last week against Oregon State, which that was a crazy comeback. But NIU, now is the time to put up points. I mean, I know it's been a struggle for y'all to put up points. Y'all know it's been a struggle for y'all to put up points, but if this is the game to do so, I mean, if there is a game to do so, this is the game. Establish the run, pressure AJ Harrison, get off the field on third downs, and I left one that said keep it simple. Why? It's because it's UMass. UMass, it's not very good. No need to bring out trick plays. No need to overthink things. No need to be super aggressive. Just keep it simple. For UMass, got to make this a low-scoring game. Find a way to try to hang around late. Have to get a passing game going. You got to get off the field on third downs. Got to force some turnovers. That's going to help, man. When you're not scoring points, when you're not really – I want to say not favored to win, but when you're not like – I don't know how to say it, but like forcing turnovers get you that momentum, get you that confidence. It keeps you around. And win the field position battle. Those are things that I feel like UMass have to do to possibly win the game. But I'm going with Northern Illinois. Again, UMass is one of the worst teams in college football. I would love to again to see a battle between UMass and Sam Houston in a toilet bowl battle. I think that's a good idea. I think they should have an idea to where the two worst teams in college football play against each other as like, I don't want to say it's like a troll, but I think that'd be interesting to watch. It's like some situation, but ultimately I got Northern Illinois. I do think this is the game that they will put up a ton of points if they will, finally get the satisfaction of the offense that they wanted all year, but it's not going to be any indication of the offense. It's just going to be how bad UMass is. So give me Northern Illinois in this one. And the last game is a huge game. We got Toledo as 3.5-point favorites on the road, taking on Miami of Ohio, the Redbirds, 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Now, again, Miami of Ohio is a part of that four-way tie on top of the map, while Toledo is one game behind the four-way tie. If Toledo wins this, they stay alive in the MAC championship hopes, which they were my preseason MAC champion. If they lose this, they are ultimately eliminated, in my opinion, from contention of the MAC championship game. This game is 7 o'clock, ESPN2 tomorrow. Now, for Toledo, established Chip Trainium, the transfer running back from Ohio State and Kentucky. He's going to be big in this one. Get Junior Vanderross the ball. He's the big playmaking receiver for Toledo. Contain Daquan Finn's legs. I mean, they know about Daquan Finn. He played at Toledo for some time. Actually won a MAC championship at Toledo. Protect Tucker Gleason and force turnovers if you're Toledo. Now, if you're Miami of Ohio, run Daquan Finn. You want to get his legs going to add that extra dimension to the offense. You want to get off the field on third downs. They did a pretty good job of that against Ohio last week in the first half. And while they did that, it was 0-0. At one point, it was 3-0. So they did a good job defensively there. You want to get Cam Perry the ball, which he did not really get the ball last week. He got the ball in spurts later in the second half, but it was tough to get him the rock in the first half. Pressure Tucker Gleason, and you want to start faster. It took them a while to get going. But once they got going, i.e. in the second half, they got going. They started scoring. It was just an unfortunate miscommunication late in the ball game that led to an interception by Daquan Finn. But my win is I'm going with the upset at home. I'm going Miami of Ohio. The offense, man, they can move the rock. And Toledo, they have a solid defense. I mean, they lost a lot from that defense last year, but they still have a solid defense. But I think Miami of Ohio can move the ball on that defense. I think they can make plays. I think they can score touchdowns. I mean, they put up 20 against Ohio, and Ohio is a really, really good defense in my opinion, especially in the MAC. and I think they can put up points against Toledo. I do think Toledo will be able to put up points as well, but I think Miami of Ohio defense is also really good. I think they get the Tucker Gleason. I think they get off the field. So I'm taking Miami of Ohio in this matchup to stay tied atop the MAC conference. Now, that is all the games for Week 12 Maction. We got some good college basketball, like I said, in my other show too, coming up. So make sure you tune into that. I think I will be doing a Friday Night Lights episode this Friday. The Clemson Florida State matchup isn't going to be as good as I thought. So that's going to be different. To be honest, they both battling to stay alive for a bowl game at this point. And then there's another matchup. I want to say it's Northwestern Michigan this Friday. Let me take a look real quick to double check. But it was a more interesting matchup this Friday too, which made me think that I just throw those two games together and give y'all Friday Night Lights episode. We do have the main show coming on in about 20 minutes, so please stay tuned for that. Tomo, Joe, I believe Dave should be joining them as well. The NFL topics for y'all to listen to and talk about in the comments. Oh, excuse me, it's Clemson, Louisville. It's Minnesota and Oregon. So I might not be giving y'all Friday Night Lights episode. I might just give y'all a short. So I might give y'all a short, give y'all episode Saturday. I got 13 games to give y'all Saturday. So yeah, it might be a short and an episode Saturday. Speaking of the shorts, please, again, I know I've been dropping some college basketball shorts. Show some love to the college basketball shorts as well. And please also like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now, with that being said, I'm about to go and watch some of the college basketball that already tipped off already. But I will see y'all again Saturday. I'm gone. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.